Okay, so we shall explain about conditional probability and its properties. Okay, so what is mean by conditional probability? Suppose if E and F are two events, if E and F are two events which are associated with the sample space, which are associated with the sample space of a random experiment, associated with the sample space of a random experiment, then the probability the conditional probability of the event E, conditional probability of the event E, given that F, given that the event F has happened, given that the event F has already occurred, is given as P of E given F, that is equals to P of E intersection F divided by P of F, provided that P of F is not equal to 0. So here we should know how to find the probability of any event F. So here probability of any event F, that is given as P of F, that is equals to N of F divided by N of S. It means it is the number of outcomes which are favorable to the event F, divided by the number of uh, divided by the total number of possible outcomes. So this N of S means it is the total number of elements in the sample space S. Total number of elements in the sample space S of that given random experiment. So the number of elements in the sample space S, that is also equal to the total number of possible outcomes of that experiment only. Yes or no? It is also equal to the total number of possible outcomes of that random experiment. And that N of F means it is also equal to the number of elements in the set F. Set F is what? It is that event set which is F. It is also equal to the total number of outcomes which are favorable to the event F. Favorable to the event F. And similarly, P of E intersection F means it is equal to the number of elements in the set E intersection F divided by the number of elements in the set S. That will be equal to, it means it is the number of outcomes that are favorable favorable to both the events E and F, to both the events E and F, divided by the the total number of possible outcomes. Total number of possible outcomes. So we should explain it by using some example. So suppose, for example, we have a random experiment. Suppose the random experiment is that tossing three fair coins, simultaneously. So here the sample space would be the set of all the possible outcomes. So that will be head, 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 and that will be head, head, tail, head, and then tail, head, head, and that is head, head, tail. And then we will have tail, head, tail, and then head, tail, tail, and then tail, tail, head, and then we will have all three tails. Okay, so these are the 8 possible outcomes. And suppose we have the event E, which is stated as, which is at least two heads appear. At least two heads appear. And F, the set F, the event F is that first coin should show tail. First coin shows tail. So now the event E is a set which consists of the elements, that is head, 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 and then head, tail, head, and then tail, head, head, and head, head, tail. So these four. And the set F is the event which contains the outcomes. First coin should show tail. So that will be tail, head, head, then tail, head, tail, and it can be tail, tail, head, and it can be all three tails. So now, if you take the intersection of the two sets, it means the elements which are common to both the sets, E intersection F. So that will be tail, head, head. So only one element is there in this set. So now, if it is asked to find, probability of the set F, then that will be equal to the number of elements in the set F divided by the number of elements in the set S. So that will be equal to 4 by 8, that is half. And similarly, what will be the probability of the event E intersection F? Sorry, E intersection F. So that will be the number of elements in the set E intersection F divided by the number of elements in the set S. So that will be 1 by 8. So now if it is asked to find the conditional probability, find the conditional probability of the event E given given that F, the event F has already happened. Event F has already happened. Then we can find it as P of E given F, that is equals to P of E intersection F divided by P of F. So that will be 1 by 8 divided by 1 by 2. So that will be 2 by 8. The answer is 1 by 4. Okay. Thank you.